Hey everyone, I haven't done a tank update in like a week or two, and we've had some major changes, so thought I'd do a quick video of letting you know what's going on, and probably do another video in another week or two, because hopefully we'll have some nice updates at that point too. So if you take a look here, count them, 8 Sea Monkey tanks. That's a lot. Yeah, my wife thinks I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm married. Can you believe that? Yeah. Anyways, I've got 8 Sea Monkey tanks here. And sorry, I'm looking down. My cat just walked in the room. Or she must have been in here already. Forgive my mess. Scully, say hi. Alright. Back to the Sea Monkeys. That's what you guys want to see, right? Alright, we got 8 tanks. New ones include this right here, the Japanese Magic Castle. Doesn't that look sweet? And then the other newest one is back here. This one's called Ocean Adventure. Pretty cool. It's from Toys R Us in Singapore. Might be able to find it elsewhere. I don't know where else though. This one we weren't using for a little while. It's not my favorite tank. It looks really cool. It's the Big Show movie theater tank. I got a projector and all that cool stuff. Um, yeah, I wasn't having a whole lot of success with it, so I haven't used it in a few months. My son, he's 7, he said, "Dad, you've got that Sea Monkey tank and there's no sea monkeys in it. You should hatch some." And I just said, okay. So I don't know if you can see him on the video. I can't. Maybe you guys have better eyes than me. There's babies in there though. I mean, they're like a day old, so they're super tiny. You guys know how that goes. They're in the little glitchy stage still, but they're in there. They look to be doing pretty good, pretty normal. Then, of course, we've got the 3 mini worlds up front, which we'll talk about in a minute. I've got the Smess in the back left, Sea Monkey's Executive Supersized Suite. Next to that, to the right with the blue lid, we have the Magiquarium, which is pretty much an ocean zoo with a glow in the dark bottom. And yeah, that's what we've got here. We've had some challenges this week, sadly. Uh, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but we've had a few of our tanks crash. No fun, right? I'm a pretty optimistic person, a very positive person, but I'm also real. Hey, we had some sea monkeys die. It's sad. It happens. A little bummed, but I'm not going to give up, growing these guys. Really like them. So if you look in the front right here, it's all foggy. This is the Mini World City. And I don't even have water in there. I just cleaned this tank. I think I know what happened with this one. The heating pad that this was sitting on malfunctioned, and the water got really hot. Yeah, I felt bad about that. So I'll have to write a letter to the company that makes the thing and say, hey, what the heck? Never had that happen before, so I'm going to have to keep a closer eye on the temperature. I've got water thermometers. I can test the temperature on these things easily. I just don't usually do it. I haven't had a real reason to. I know what the room temperature is, and I know these heating pads usually add a couple degrees, and I've got a thermometer on one of the other tanks, so yeah, no big deal. But these guys all died in here. Everybody. And it wasn't tons, but we had a good amount. But that was a couple days ago. And I was like, what the heck? What's going on? And then today, I touched the water with my finger, and it was really warm. Yeah. So I took out a thermometer, tested it really high, high 90s, too high. You know, I've successfully had tanks around 91 degrees, and they've been fine. They've actually thrived at that temperature. This was closer to 100 degrees. Apparently, somewhere in between there is the magic number. I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's what killed them. I could be wrong, but that is definitely something that changed. So that's the only factor that I can think of that really changed with this tank. Um, so that's a bummer. Here we still got some. Oh, I sure as heck can't see them too easily. They're down there. There's one. Yeah, they're hiding in the back. Um, but yeah, this one's doing all right. Still got a handful of adults in there. No babies right now. Back there, we've got the moon tank. This one seems to be doing the best. Always adults and babies in here. And what's funny is I do the exact same thing with this tank as I did this one. I mean, the same feeding schedule, same foods. Those two tanks, the only thing I feed them is the regular sea monkey growth food. Not even any of the other sea monkey foods. Those are sort of like the control tanks. Like, hey, if you bought a sea monkey kit for $15 at the drugstore or whatever, like an Ocean Zoo one, and you just use what comes with it and you don't use anything else, short of aerating the water, I do that. This is how it turns out. You know, I'm a little bit of a scientist at heart, I guess. So that one and this one, which, it's a bummer. Yeah, all I feed them is the regular sea monkey growth food. They do well. Obviously, we had algae growing in both. This one still got a lot in there, so they munch on that too. But I'm not using anything special in there at all. No other foods, none of the Cupid Zero or anything like that. And yeah, they're doing pretty good in that one. All right, so I mentioned we restarted that one. Can't really see them yet. Here's the SNES. Hey, take a look at that. It looks pretty darn clean, doesn't it? If it would focus. Yeah. So, they started dying off in here too. This has been going since December, and it's been going well since December. But for whatever reason, they started dying off this week. And I don't know if it's something similar to this. The water didn't seem too hot, so if that was the issue with the other one, I do not believe that was the issue here. But yeah, we had a huge die-off, which is sad. There were still a few adults and a few babies that looked healthy, looked like they were doing really well in there, but something in there was not great. So the ones that looked healthy, I sucked out with an aqua leash and we stuck them in here. So you'll see babies in here. Maybe you won't see them. They're there though. Those are probably the ones from when I originally started this tank. And then we had some adults that were added, some teenager looking ones, whatever you want to call them, we added some of those in there too. And so now we got a good mix of sea monkeys in here. Lots of different growth stages. All right, Magicquarium. This is the one that's always had a ton of algae and stuff. A day or two ago, they started dying in here too. So I don't know if it's something in the air or what, but it's like half the tanks we started having serious issues with. And you know how they look when they're sick. They're swimming really slow. They're just barely kicking their legs a little bit. It's sad, right? Actually, there's still one in there that's looking pretty sad. I don't think you can see him on the video. But these guys weren't really reproducing a whole lot either. I saw some babies in there, but I think that's from, eggs in the food or something like that. Never saw any mating. And I know, females can reproduce on their own without a male. I'd say 90% of the adults in here were males, though. There was like one female. And she looked all right. She's in here now, so that's good. So I don't know what was going on. We weren't seeing any reproducing, probably because there's a whole bunch of males. This is the Sausage Party tank. But they started dying off, and I felt bad, and I didn't know if there was too much algae. There used to be a lot more than this. I took a whole bunch out with a little tiny spatula thing and threw it away. Made sure there was no sea monkeys attached to it. I did that a couple days ago. And so, so I think we've got one sickly sea monkey in there still. The healthy ones have been moved into here. I do like this tank, but it's hard to see them when they're at the bottom. That's the thing I don't like about this one too. This one, it's got this fake plant graphic on the outside of the tank, which looks sort of cool if you're just looking at it. But if all your sea monkeys are chilling at the bottom, you can't really see them. Same thing with the movie theater tank. We can start seeing right here. The tank goes all the way down to here, though. So there's about a third of the tank there, maybe a quarter of it that you can't see. So anyway, in a day or two, I will clean that tank out. Because I don't know if there's something in the water or what. Something's bad in there. We'll clean it out really good. Not with soap, I know. We use super hot water, scrub it with a little squeegee looking thing, and clean it out. And I ordered some more eggs and water purifier from TransScience earlier today. So we'll restart that one. This tank, this is the one that we called my son Gary's. And I told him today, I was like, hey, you know what, buddy? It sucks. Your sea monkeys died. I said, they don't live as long as cats and dogs. I didn't tell him that I thought I boiled them. But, yeah. So he asked me, he's like, can we start it again? Can we start that colony over again? I said, yeah, absolutely. Told him that we got eggs and a water purifier in the mail. So they'll be here next week, probably. Other tanks are doing well, though. You know, this one doing well, even with our transplants in there. You can see a couple of them swimming around right now. This one is now doing well again. Can't really see the babies in there because of the light and the fact that they're so tiny. Japanese Magic Castle. That just looks sick, doesn't it? That's a badass looking tank. Hey, you can see one sea monkey right there. There she is. Or he, I can't tell yet. Not many have hatched in here. Less than I've had hatch with other colonies that I've started. I think there's 5 sea monkeys swimming around in there. I saw 2 for a while, then I saw 3 for a day. I think for the past 2 days or so, I've seen 5 in there. All from, just the original eggs and water purifier kit that came with it. But aside from there not being a whole lot of them, they seem to be doing just fine. They're growing normally. They seem to be acting normal. Water looks normal. All that good stuff. For anyone wondering what's behind it, this is a new lamp I just got. It's a Philips Hue lamp. I like these Philips Hue lights because you can turn them different colors and stuff like that. It's sort of fun. If you've seen my videos before, some of my photos, you probably knew that I had some crazy looking grow lights. I still got them. They're up there right now, those 3 sticks. Not using them right this second, just because it seemed like we had a whole lot of algae growth already, and if it just continues to grow on its own, I think we're going to be okay for now. If I ever want to turn them back on, hey, guess what? They're there. I can pull them down and angle them however I want, point them at the different tanks. They work. I mean, look at that. That's a beach tank. The bottom of that tank is supposed to be yellow plastic. And there's a nice carpet of algae in there. And they do like to eat that stuff. Yeah. You see monkeys. You can see a couple of them swimming around. So yeah, that's what's going on. Hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, we've got 8 tanks. 6 with sea monkeys right now. We'll have 8 of them with sea monkeys next week. I always say these videos are going to be short, and this is like 13 minutes already. I don't know how I talk about this stuff for so long. But yeah, that's what's going on. Hope you guys have a great night. Feel free to message me or comment with questions. Take care.